man, welcome on in. This is Cam's Off the Edge podcast. We're back and we're better because, you know, we're just honoring great Cams today. We're going to talk about none other than the one and only Cam Heyward, draft class 2011, Pro Bowler, man extraordinaire, family man, the monster in the middle, you know, Cam H. And back in 2011, there was Cam Newton, Cam Jordan, Cam Heyward. And that's what I get to bring in. My brother from the draft class 2011, he's bigger than me, stronger than me. Hopefully I'm faster, but probably not right now with my ankle the way it is.
Got it.
I don't know, bro. Have you ever compounded a high and a low ankle sprain? That's what I'm dealing with on the same side.
I haven't gotten that, but we all dealing with something these days.
It's always something. The 17-week season, you know, you never come out clean. I've got a goal of playing a 17-week season. I've yet to do so. That's my goal, bro. I appreciate you tapping in with the pod, bro.
Appreciate you having me. Glad to be on.
I get excited. They're like, yo, we got Cam coming up. And I was like, which Cam? Cam Heyward? All right.
How would you feel if it was the other Cam?
We won't talk about it right now because I think the other Cam is he's killing the it's game. In fact, all three Cams from 2011 have their own podcast.
How about that? It's the year of the Cam's pod. So
yeah. So
it is what it is.
Cam Newton, Cam Jordan, Cam Heyward, except his is more like a talk show.
Yeah, and he's got all the different like symbols and the language. I can't do all that.
Yeah, he types in Braille. Yeah, but I don't if that's possible. But you know, it's a signature for him now. So that just is what it is. When are you going to have your signature font? Like I don't have one, so I figure it's got to be you.
Bro, I ain't doing all that. I ain't got time for that. We got all these kids out here. We ain't got time for this.
He's got more kids than us, probably combined at this point. You got 3. Out, I got 4. He claims 7 or something like that. It's impressive, bro. Hey, shout out to the dads in the world, bro. Just shout out to all the real men taking care of the kids. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day coming up months from now. Merry Christmas. Does Christmas get you nervous these days? You got kids with expectations.
You know, funny enough, me and my wife, we actually gathered all the presents. We're actually good this year. We don't have to do too much. But I was more nervous about her gift and then getting our Secret Santa gift this year. But I got it all done.
No, explain. Wait, Secret Santa for the D line or like Secret Santa's for the family?
For the D line.
Okay. You said we're bro, you said you were nervous about a gift and you're like Secret Santa for the. I was like, Secret Santa for the family?
Nah, that'd be wild.
Kids be upset.
Yes. Santa only brought one gift this year. Y'all decide.
Who's getting it? Who's getting this? We're not playing favorites, but we have one.
We're gonna play favorites. My daughters.
Oh man. Come on. Not the over the son?
Of course.
Legacy.
Legacy. But my daughters are my pride and joy. Damn. My son is my bodyguard. And that's how it rolls.
See, I went the other way around. I said, Tank, my son is my pride and joy, and my daughters are like the apple of my eye, right? Like, like I love them so much, but they're gonna lose their last name eventually. Like,
yeah, so you got to cherish it now.
That's why they're the apple of my eye. Oh man, I appreciate you tapping in. How does it feel like being the Walter Payton or the Steelers' choice for the Walter Payton Man of the Year? We're just gonna pop that off early and often because you've been there before. I've been there before. This time around, you're probably winning it. You're my fan. You're my pick.
I am. You're my pick. How about that?
1 year, maybe down the road. Like ours this year is Tyrann Mathieu, and he deserves it. But I feel like if you're a multiple time Walter Payton Man of the Year guy, I feel like you deserve it. And clearly your work is so important that your team feels like you deserve it. And I'm riding with you.
Appreciate that. It's been fun seeing you at every one of these things with me, and we talk about it, and we leave dejected because we're like, oh man, we didn't get chosen. But it's an honor to be nominated. The man Walter Payton was, the way he cared about his community, the way his family continues to care about the community. We all try to make an impact in our community. And we know a award just doesn't, do enough for our community. It's about the work we put in week and week out, and the standard we set. As the old guys in the locker room, a lot of guys they don't know what they're going to do. And we provide opportunities And that's just what I'm doing. I'm providing opportunities for my community, providing opportunities for my teammates. So one day we can make a jump and really understand how we can affect our community.
Let's get into the t-shirt line, the paying homage, if you will.
Yes, yeah. We did these shirts with homage. They're a Columbus company, shout out Ohio State. But having a chance to make a shirt with my pops is pretty special. There's not a lot out there, and I'm pretty, happy and thankful to partner with a company that wants to give back to our community. The shirts, the proceeds go to my foundation, and we're putting it out. We're not just holding on the money. This isn't about me just gathering money. I think it's about creating Craig's Closets, where we gather suits for young men in high school, and we actually create a closet in their high school. We have about 15 of these in Pittsburgh. We've been, just working together with the communities and high schools to do that. And through that money, it really allows us to keep doing and keep providing suits.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in with it because I feel like more and more now, I'm like kids are not putting suits together the right way, and if at all, like I'm
Bro,
watching,
you got plenty
these
of
young
suits
kids.
that every kid would love too. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm
come
loud and proud
through.
on mine.
Let's go.
No, I'm just saying, like, what got you into the giving out suits? Was that your dad's thing, or was that your thing? When that started up?
So in high school and college, my dad only had one suit, and he never got a chance to really come up with the idea to help out. But years later, when we started our foundation, we thought of an initiative. My mom told me, how can we give back? Let's provide a way to give confidence to young men through giving them a suit so they're ready for college interviews, job interviews, proms. You want to feel good, and through that you can play good. So we're solving half of the problem with that.
Love confidence. What next? Add in Invisalign, so then everybody just have like the biggest, brightest smiles. Just,
there you go.
Big smiles. If you just push confidence, I'm just like, well, if we're going to exude confidence, let's go suit first, and then we'll worry about the smile right after. So when you give them that firm handshake, we're like, I'm perfect.
I love it.
I'm ready and willing. Anyways, bro, how's it feel? Like we talk about the multiple times. What is this? Your third? Are you 3 for 3?
For
Walter
what?
Payton Man of the Year. This is 3 for 3. I'm just thinking. I'm like,
this is my 6th. Yeah,
it's time. It's time. it's time. No. In fact, I'm rallying from now on. I'm retweeting everything Cam Heyward, Walter Payton Man of the Year. Just know it's happening. I was like, I remember he was last year's. I thought he was 2 years ago. I was like, 2 years ago, I think was the one where everybody else was on stage at the NFL honor show except for me. I was like, how did I not get called up? I was like, but
because you were probably just interviewing everybody. You were too busy.
No, I've kept that to heart. If you want to know the truth, I'm going to give you the real truth. I've kept it to heart. I've like made it adamant that I don't want to be Walter Payton Man of the Year simply because I didn't get pulled up to the stage. I was like, nope, ooh. I'll work in silence. Don't you? I don't want it. We're like Cameron. No. DeMario, Tyron, they're great people. They deserve this. If they win it, I'll root for them. I've had my chance. And also the amount of community work I do with like kids in elementaries, I don't too much enjoy cameras being in their faces. Yeah. Because kids change. Yeah. Kids change. Once the cameras get around, all kids get like overworked up, overhyped up. They're not asking the same questions. They go from like, hey, what does it feel like to be in the NFL to like camera around like, how many girlfriends do you have? No, I am married. Don't you do this to me. How much money do you make?
You were thinking the complete opposite way. I was like, kids, they don't need to be taken advantage of in front of the screen. You're like, the kids are taking advantage of this opportunity. They want to shout out their girlfriends. They want to make sure they do their Fortnite dances. You know how it gets.
No doubt. Oh my gosh. Dance for us, Cam. Damn it. Here I go. Hey, full blown take advantage.
Yeah.
Playing in Pittsburgh, what makes it so special?
Playing in Pittsburgh, one, there's a legacy already set before I got here. So playing here, the history and the legacy of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you feel that. You feel that when you walk in the locker room. You feel that when you see the 6 trophies. I'm not trying to brag or anything because I'm not part of those. but I want to be a part of those. And it breeds success where you have to live up to that name, and the city really rallies behind that. They rally behind their team. They know what they expect. When sometimes you hear the boos, you're like, I understand it, because man, when you're a Pittsburgh Steeler, there's a level of play that should be held up.
There's a higher standard of living. And then
Yeah.
hometown hero comes in, and you've been there for 13 schmackaroonies, 13 years. How many games is that? How many tackles is that? How many ends have you played with? How many people have you had to tell to get right? Because as an interior, you're not given enough credit for what you have to do. There's pass rush games that happen, and you're really the leader.
Well, Cam, let's talk about it. Why do we only look at sacks? Why are we not looking at being a complete player? When did we start saying that, oh, you get sacks, that's enough? You have to be a complete player to really be recognized. And I think it's flashy to talk about sacks, but bro, you got to have a complete game. And I've always respected you for that, because you always play downhill, stopping the run, and getting after the pass. I just think we do ourselves a disservice only talking about half of the game.
Come on, Deacon Jones coined the term when you sack. The term sack is when you come from sacking a quarterback because it feels like you've taken the air out the city, and people ran with that. They're like TFLs, nobody cares anymore. Tackles, okay, it's a stat line, so you better not come up empty.
Second down. How do we get the third down?
How do we get to third down? What makes it? And now you got some teams that be running on third down. You're like, well, that takes away even more opportunities.
Yeah, let's just go draw. We don't want them to succeed.
Yeah. And so in the season, they're like, well, you only had 2 sacks, or you only had 8 sacks. Bro, I had 60 tackles. A whole bunch of deflections. I impacted the game in so many different ways.
And that's why our PFF scores are all over the place.
All of them.
Sorry for that. Sorry for all that PFF.
Do you ever let PFF bother you at all?
Hell no.
Okay, perfect. Hey, PFF is only there as a feel good. If you did great, you'd be like, hey, PFF said I was balling.
Yeah. I'll show you my PFF score if I'm high, but if it's not high, I'm not showing it to you. I can care less.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Yes.
I love it. You talked about the 6 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you're close? We're not getting younger, Cam. At the beginning of the season, the NFL put up, hey, look at these guys, younger and older. These guys haven't changed, and you look younger than whatever picture they put up there.
Bro, they picked the wrong picture.
Bro, you know what I'm talking about, because I hit you about it. I was like, yeah, you've changed.
Damn, I didn't even have any facial hair in the picture.
They picked the youngest picture ever, and then they're like, "This is Gandalf the Grey."
This is the. Oh, thanks for the gray comment. Perfect. We can't all just be having just for men in our beards, okay? You calm that down over there. We got a squad that's had some ups and downs this season, but all we're asking is for the shot to make it to the playoffs. We got 4 games left, and we don't care who we play. We just want to make some noise, and we'll see what happens after that. But there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm looking forward to attacking it.
We had 4 games left. That meant nothing truer said. It's fourth quarter. It's time.
A month of football, bro. A month of football. A lot will be told.
Oh man! And each one's more important than the next.
Yes,
this is the time where you nut up or shut up, as they say. This is the time where it's like, hey, I'm hurting. Shut up. Get on the field. Exactly. Bro, I don't know if I can go this week. You don't know if you can go this week. You drag your ass on the field now.
Yeah, lock in.
Yeah, it's time. We're if we got to go where we want to go, we have to make make the plays that we want to make today, tomorrow, Sunday, for sure. The next 4 of them. I'm telling my teammates, I'm like, oh, you're hurting? Hey, bro, you don't need to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday right now. I see you walk through Saturday. Come join me on Sunday. Come on. This is the rally point. What gets us to Sunday?
Are you a practice guy, or are you see you Sunday type of guy?
I was a practice guy every day. Again, bro, I got a high and a low ankle somehow, bro. Atlanta game, people crashed on me. I can't even lie to you. I didn't even know if I was going to go 2 Sundays ago, a few Sundays ago. I had a for the first time in my life, I had to show up 4 hours early to the game,
bro,
and do a workout. And they're like, yeah, you look good. I was like, good enough to play? Thanks.
Yeah, like it's been rough for me. So I had surgery beginning of the season after the first game, and so I had groin surgery. I've never had that much pain and everything going on, and man, you get there early to the field, you're like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to get in the hot tub, I got to get activation. It's just all these different things. I'm finally at the point where I can actually practice throughout the week, so
Mm.
we're moving in the right direction.
got Big H out there finally.
Yeah,
It's time.
finally on a Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. I love
Like
it.
how much of a relief it is. Like I can practice today. Like it's weird to say like I get to, and it's
Yeah,
like a re-energized feeling. Like yes, I'm back.
yeah, because I'm like one of those guys that I like the work. I like being in a helmet. I like feeling the reps and seeing what I need to do. And for the past couple of weeks, it's been you show up on Friday, get your work in, and get to the game. It's been rough. So I'm past the point where it was like, oh my gosh, well, what are we gonna do? Am I gonna play? We'll see. But
Yeah.
we're here.
Mm. Mm. And but you make a difference, bro. When you're that monster in the middle, bro. Your push. Of course, you got Highsmith and you got TJ, and everybody talks about him. But I'm like, but did you see that push though? Like, and I'm like showing my young, I'm like showing young Brian Brzee. I'm like, hey, that's what you want. Let's just think about this. If you do that, we'll collapse, and when we collapse,
And then
he
you'll
has
get
to
the
come.
sack, right?
Yeah, yeah, technically speaking, but just out of that, it's better for everybody. Because then,
Right.
of course, if he's so afraid of the edge, then where does he have to step up? To you,
I feel it. I
you
feel it.
know,
Right?
unless you just win clean, which I've seen. You hit him with that arm over, and that's 6'6". Nobody's stopping that. I'm not saying I'm jealous. No short guard is stopping you.
Bro,
You hit
we
him.
all
You hit
have
him
our
with that.
moves.
And that's what I'm
We
saying. You
all
hit him
have
with
our
that
moves.
push pull, and they're done.
But you
All right,
got
so
you got the quick moves on the outside too. I wish I
absolutely.
was more fluid on the outside. I feel awkward these days when I'm on the outside.
Lack of reps. That's because you become that monster in the middle. They just,
Yeah, I like to
you
be
know,
in tight quarters and be able to control that.
favorite move is still what? Push pull.
Oh, long arm or push pull.
That push pull is lethal. That's
Yeah, you get them sitting on the bull, then you're
come here,
working. Yeah.
man. See it. I can do it on the edge. If I go against a guarded, I don't have the right feel for it because for whatever reason, I'm like, did he sit? I don't think he sat. I don't feel him lean back. I don't feel it. And then I'm
Oh.
like, and we've lost momentum. Stupid. All right, now let's get off. On the edge, it's like, oh yeah, he's sliding and he has to break. Yes, come here.
On the edge is nice though. On the edge is nice. You don't get sometimes you get those strays from the guard coming back, but like the center's not always looking to help out. That's the only problem on the inside. You're always somebody to help out. If you get those one-on-ones, you try to take advantage of those.
You got to take advantage of those. Look, tell him, hey, hey, bro, if I'm catching a double, you got to win on the single.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You need those, you need those reps. Because you went on the edge, and then the guard slides over. So all the tackle has to do now is protect his outside. You're like, damn it, that's practically a double. It's a wall. The level of consistency that you've had since you've entered the league, Pro Bowl nods, All Pro nods. Just how did we get here at year 13? Because I mean, I know I do a lot of running. Has your weightlifting changed at all? Do you change up the way you lift? Are you more into isometrics? How have you changed your training, eating, etc. to get you to year 13?
It's just all calisthenics. How about that?
Mm.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I think you got to be real intentional in the off season, right? And knowing what your body needs. I'm always on a stricter diet in the off season, and then lifting wise, it's 4 times a week. Some guys are of the belief you don't even have to lift, and I'm like, bro, I need that. Oh, you're one of those. You're one of those. I need the lift. I gotta feel. I feel weak if I don't lift, and so that's always been big for me.
4 times a week?
Yeah.
Oof.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Not off season. Not off season. In season.
Yes. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, bro.
I'm trying to stay skinny.
Yeah.
I'm a heavier
trying
end.
to protect myself.
Touché.
If I go out there, I feel like someone's gonna take advantage of me if I don't lift.
Bro, nah, ain't no way, bro. You're too certified. You're too strong for that.
Yeah, all it takes is for that one time you get caught less than ready. So you won't catch me.
Play what you want. Don't play with me. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So four times a week.
Yeah.
During season.
Yeah. Yes. And running as well. I think
joints don't hurt.
They hurt at the beginning of the season. They feel good by the time the season rolls around, though.
At that point, the pitcher's so beat down.
When you take that 2 week, a month off after the season, and you start back living, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back from this. And so, but then once you get to like July, everything starts getting lathered. You get ready. Yeah. And you're like, oh, I got butterflies again. I'm ready to go ahead and jump at this again.
See, I never lose those butterflies because I don't lift. I'm like, it's time to go get it. And I run my ass off and I bike my ass
nervousness. Off. You're just like, I haven't lifted. So.
If I want to feel that adrenaline, I walk into the weight room, the Iron Kingdom, and I smell the chalk. And that's enough for me. Okay, to the ellipticals we go. Yeah, bro, it's about for me, it's about staying skinny because I'm on the frame where if I let it, my body will go real, D-tackle-ish. Off-season camp.
Go for it. Maybe you need to move to the 3. You be dominating there too.
Yeah, I hear you. But 117 and a half sacks would say I should stay where I'm at.
Wow, just bragging at this point. Just brag. 117.
Yeah, but that's a DN type stat. Is they'll be like, how many sacks did he have? And I'm like, you don't want to talk about my 150 some odd TFLs that I've had in my career. You don't want to talk about that.
There's certain D tackles that love to brag about their 100 sacks, and
no doubt,
more props to them.
Absolutely,
so I got work to do.
Yeah, but you're in the 70 range, and right there,
I'm in the 80s now, brother. I'm in the 80s now.
So choose the hell out of me.
I got to catch up to y'all. I got to play 5 more years at this point.
Look, when a D tackle hits 60 sacks, you're already talking potential Hall of Fame. 70 in there, 80. That's a no-brainer.
Well, go tell Pro Football Focus or something like that.
Man, PFF, PFA, PFT, all them, every technological geek. I'd be like, bro, but watch him play. And does he take plays off? The answer is no. And does he play the run? The answer is hell yes. All right, now, if all he has is sacks and that's all he can rest his hat on, if he's a liability in the run game, how is he in? Just... Ooh. I have questions that need answers. All right, he's got 20 sacks a year. Can he stop the run? Yes or no?
I feel like sometimes we skew the voting because this is what we highlighted when he was playing, rather than his body of work. And so
maybe go to the player of his era. For a D tackle like you, maybe then go to a guard and be like, hey, how was he on first down? Oh, he was a dog. How was he on second down? Oh, he was a dog. How was he on third down? Oh, he was still a dog. Okay. And that checks it. That checks just just the eye test. Okay, that checks out. Now let's go to the stats. Or he's 130 sacks. And then you go to a tackle and be like, how was he on first down? He got whooped. How was he on second down? Well, he'd always jump a gap. So we never could really account for him. So it was either big play or big miss. He was just a specialist
at this point.
He was a specialist. He's a very, specific set of skills.
Yes. He's the John Wick of his group.
I don't know, but anyways, that's just, they'll never listen to us, but no, it just is what it is. Yeah, this makes me think about things that happen. The Hall of Fame. I just want it to be Hall of Fame. Not right. Hall of specifically good or Hall of really good. I'm on. Yeah, I like that we're here. Come on, man, give me all around. I've been talking about it for way too much. Just because I know you pride yourself as a complete D lineman, and I've been saying it for years. I'm like, if you're not complete, what are you?
But exactly. Can't run away from it, brother.
Speaking of that, since we're here, we've talked about Pro Bowls, we've talked about your Walter Payton Man of the Year, which I'm gonna keep saying. I'm gonna say it 5 more times before we're over because I'm now rallying. Sorry, Tyron. I'm rallying now around Cam Heyward because you're also part of the best draft class of all times, and I think there's been debates about this somehow, some way. But when you talk about a draft class, one, you judge your draft class off of the first round, right, and then everybody else is additives and or extras.
Yeah,
no disrespect to anybody, but nobody had ever been like, man, that draft class of 2014's third round was insane. Maybe it's 2015. Alvin Kamara, you had sure, but
that's cute.
Yeah, but you judge them by how they did in the first round,
right? You judge on your hits, not your misses.
Yeah, like you what you were supposed to hit on. Like first
Right.
round is supposed to be not like, oh man, he could have been special. Well, nobody talks about the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And the draft class alone, you had, Cam Newton, the original Cam,
Yes.
Mr. Number One himself for a decade,
MVP,
MVP Cam, Pro Bowl
yeah,
ASAP.
Julio Jones, AJ Green,
Vaughn at number 2, Marcel,
JJ Watt, Alden Smith,
no doubt, Ryan Kerrigan,
Muhammad
Robert
Wilkerson.
Quinn.
Oh man,
one of the Pouncies. I always mess this one up. One of the Pouncies.
Mike Pouncey.
Yeah. You played with Marquise, I guess.
Marquise was already there the year before.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We had one of the Pouncies, Pro Bowler.
One of them just snuck in there.
Yeah. I don't want to step on their toes and disrespect them. So we had Mike Pouncey in our class.
We had Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith from went to Baltimore. But then we got Richard Sherman
and Julio Jones. And Pat P.
And Jason Kelsey.
Wait, was he first? No, he was second though. So
yeah, he was second. But I'm just looking at the body of the work. I'm like, damn, like how many guys can you say? Like,
if you talk about after first, you have Richard Sherman, of course, and then get Jason Kelsey, Justin Houston. There was some
Jarrell
dogs.
Casey,
Absolutely dogs. But if I'm just saying we go by just what people get judged by that first round, it was hard to miss. It was very hard to miss. I said it was hard to miss. I didn't say you couldn't miss. The quarterback sort of messed up our draft beyond Cam, but
yes.
We won't talk about it. They're like, but what about? I was like, okay, get off the quarterbacks and it's focused on the 16 or 17 Pro Bowlers, which was more than half of the draft class. Like you really couldn't miss. Yeah, my dog Adrian Claiborne at number 20 still had like a 6-sack game. I still yet to produce that. It was against like Dallas or somebody. He was going crazy, killing with a little chop plug.
Who was during our draft, right? I remember we were at the combine. Who was the one? Oh, Daquan Bowers.
Daquan Bowers.
I remember we were at the combine. He was like, I don't need to work out. I'm going number 1. And we were like, you sure about that? So it didn't end up working, but I just remember him coming out, and him and Claiborne actually went to, we're at the Tampa Bay together, and Claiborne balled out though.
Right. Daquan Bowers. He was a Clemson product, I believe.
Yes.
He would have been the number 1 like before he hurt his back. That's crazy work.
Yeah.
You threw that name out and just threw it out there. I had a defensive end, a University of Pittsburgh product, Greg Romeus, my same draft class. Exactly.
Wow.
And exactly. Blast from the past. He was broken by the time he got to us, though. Whatever happened in Pittsburgh just didn't sit well with him. I felt bad for him. He came in broken, and then he could never get right, which he was extremely talented and smart guy. Just, it's hard to stay in the league. It's called not for long. NFL, not for long.
There's a lot of luck that's involved, but taking care of your body, bro, that's half the battle. The bumps and bruises and being able to bounce back because of it, it's always a grind. No doubt.
You had that sports core surgery. I remember mine. Mine happened during season. I finished the season with it. I was like, I can I'll get surgery after season. Moment season ended, I was like, how was I walking? How was I running? I was playing football on this?
Yeah.
Things that you'll feel in 20 years that you'll be like, I remember this one.
They got me.
I remember this one. All right, what about this?
Put my hand in the pile, and this is what happened.
They said, go. I put my war paint on. I said, I'll never take it off until it's time. Bro, that's my fear. My fear is one day I'll look up and be like, oh, my ankle hurts, and I can't go. And once my mind will be like, we can't go, my body's just going to immediately follow suit.
You're going to roll your body. You're going to be like, come on, just work with me. And just keep going from there.
That's the automatic response now. But that's what I'm saying. In a couple years from now, you wake up and be like, my shoulder isn't activated.
You're gonna be 180 pounds one day, and you're just gonna be living life.
Hey, you know what? From your mouth to God's ears. this frame ain't even built to go under 255. Haven't seen under 265 since college when I got my tonsils out. You know? And I was like emaciated at 265. I was like, this is what it feels like. I feel amazing. Was blazingly fast. What's in the off season? Because off season happens.
Yeah. Yes.
How heavy do you go? You go like plus 10, or are you one of those people that lose weight?
Plus 10. But I don't like to go crazy. Like you always gotta be like, all right, like you had your fun, but gotta get right back down. I don't like. I get very worried about like the off season and stuff. So I'm just like, I start running, start doing all my treadmill and not treadmill, but what is it?
No,
elliptical.
Don't tell me you're a row guy. Okay, elliptical. Yeah, I'm in love with the elliptical.
No,
elliptical and
I don't like
Stairmaster get you right.
I just stick with my elliptical.
That Peloton's a fun workout, especially when you throw some of the people on. You're like, oh yeah, they're getting it. I am not. I'm on this coast for the calories.
When they tell people to stand up, I'm like, nah, I ain't doing all that. Like that's way too much. You asking for way too much right now. I'm just looking to get a nice pace and keep it moving.
Okay, so I'll tell you like this. My sophomore year, I learned to be wary of off season. I looked up and I was plus 30 of my playing weight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, play around 280 to 283 to about 287, and just know I saw that scale tip and I said, oh God, help me, Lord. When that back gets tight and you're like, all right, I probably should go for a jog. And you go for the jog and your knees are like, this hurts. I said, oh.
When the back gets tight, I remember the first year of COVID, and you're just working out on fields, random fields. I felt like I was working out at, and like it was so uneven. So when we would start to run, you start saying, "Oh, my back's tight because of the running." You're like, "Nah, I might be a little bit overweight. Got to get back in shape." So, man, that time was one of the roughest because you couldn't just do the workouts you were used to.
Man, I forget for guys that had COVID, the COVID off season. Because me, I had some. I think that was the year I had like I had some minor surgery. I had like a calcification on the heel. They had to shave down. I milked that until COVID was over. Like I milked it until we were back in season. They're like, Cam, how you feeling? 94% today. Like I'm just at the cusp. Like I was like, can't get rid of me yet. No, I think you're good. I was like, no. Stayed in New Orleans for a whole off season. I was like, let's not rush this. Let's focus and get me ready for week one. I stayed the entire time. And they're like, oh, you stayed in the house, went to work, got my rehab, got my hot tub. It might have been the, killing the elliptical. Brought the family to the facility. Immediately got nixed. They're like, you can't do that. I was like, no, I mean, it's nobody's out in the field. We were staying safe.
You were a COVID spreader at that point.
No way. Mask on. I like snuck into the facility. I'm like snuck into the facility and like literally had the kids' bikes out. It was out there doing some rehab on whatever. And I was like, no, I had to get rehab anyways. So you said I could get cardio, and you didn't say I could do it alone.
You bring the kids along for a field trip.
Yeah, loophole. They needed to see something at that point. COVID for 3 months where we weren't like allowed to really leave the house for anything. Those kids are going bonkers in the house.
Oh, I believe it. I was right there with you.
So I felt bad. I was like, if we only got like 2 or 3 at the time, I said, hey, everybody else, sorry. The people who have 4 or 5 kids, like I was texting my, Tyson, who has like 17 kids. His kid just graduated high school. I was texting. I was like, man, I don't know how you do it. I was like,
we were getting our kids together most of the time to go work out. That was the thing.
That's how you stayed. Okay. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. All right. Well, shoot, let me run this up. Tell me about the podcast game. How's it feel being in the podcast? Because I see it on IG and I never get to like fully listen to episodes.
Clips are on Instagram, but you can go to YouTube, Not Just Football with Cam Heyward. We have a great time. It's with my best friend from high school. We talk football, we talk life, we talk, sports, pop culture, you name it. But we're just having fun. Usually they catch me in my my darkest moments when I'm pissed off. So, but
the darkest moments.
Yeah, and so I get to share my side of the story and have some fun.
Love it. It's all Steelers. It's Steelers 24/7.
It's not all Steelers, but we have some fun. We have some Steelers stuff on there, but it's not all Steelers. We'll get you on.
That's what I'm saying. Pull in, y'all black and yellow. Just pull in black and gold. Deviate slightly.
We will. The show is more black and gold anyway, so we got you.
Yeah. We got some iron head connects, you know what I'm saying? We got a little black and gold. You got black and gold in your blood, on the distant side.
I got you. I'm gonna have plenty of questions for you.
I love it. Well, all right, man. I appreciate you tuning in, tapping in with me, bro. From one of the best of draft class 2011 to me, because you're
one of the best.
Like I said, I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate you always, my guy. And I'm forcing me coming on your podcast. I'm not asking.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for the invite. I'm like, yeah, get me on.
All right. Cam, take over. There we go.